So today we're going to be working on the old family wagon, my 2017 Buick Enclave. Now, I tried charging the air conditioning in this, and within 45 minutes it was completely leaked back out and dead again. And I found the culprit. This here is the power steering line, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it rubbed a nice hole right through the auxiliary air conditioning or secondary air conditioning. I can't remember what they call it. I think they call it secondary, but it runs all the way down the firewall underneath the back of the frame, and then you take the fender skirt off. It's not in the interior. I found that out the hard way, but you take the fender skirt off, and that's just a bunch of screws around the edge, and then there's a couple plastic clips here in the back. Doesn't take very long. I think it's like a Torx 20, T20. But anyway, so these, except for these rubber hose pieces right here, this is all one solid aluminum line, and you can't really get that. I mean, I don't know if it's a shipping thing because it's like 12 feet long and it's got all these funky bends in it or what, but it hooks up back there behind the these other ones that are here. This is for the heater core. But what I had got is, I think these vary depending on the seller that you buy them from on either eBay or Amazon, but they make them in rubber. It even says AC hose right on it, so it's got to be right. But anyway, so what they were saying in the instructions, not that they sent any instructions, but what I was reading in the description was they send you zip ties, and then they send you another bag of zip ties. I actually got double hardware, so I've got, I don't know why I need all these extra bolts, but they sent them to me. And I got seals. I got them sitting. I put a couple drops of engine oil in there so they seat up real nicely. It works better from what I can tell. I mean, I've worked on quite a few air conditioning things, and it seems like they always leak unless you oil the seals just a little bit. And then I got a couple cans of cheap refrigerant, R134 here. I got that last fall on sale for like $10 a can or something. It was a really great deal. But it looks like now that I got the fender skirt off, I can probably remove this stuff with a 13 mil, because it says disconnect it and then hook up the new one alongside it and then zip tie it in place. So that sounds like a pretty smart thing to do to me. So I can't really get the camera back in there, so I guess I'll get back to you in a minute when I get that accomplished. Okay, so I can see them up there pretty good from underneath, but with the catalytic converter, the exhaust, the other part of the exhaust, the firewall, and the drive shaft that goes to the rear differential, I think I'm gonna kind of try to run them underneath, because you see they come along out of the firewall, and then they run along the frame here, like I was just saying a little bit ago, and then run all the way to the back. And I'm just supposed to zip tie the new ones to that. But it's a rubber hose, and it's going to be running right next to this exhaust. I'm not too pumped about this right off the bat, so we got to figure out a way to tuck it through here. flexi doodad the best that we can, because it's pretty tight right there. I mean, here's my hand. It's only about 4 inches from the exhaust to the frame, and so that means those hoses are only going to be about 3 inches away from that exhaust. I don't know, but that's what my option is. Okay, so 3.5 hours, a cat nap and goat chores later, I finally got the top part done, and that was not easy, but there's not much room under there, and you got to avoid the exhaust as much as possible, because the last I knew, rubber hoses and exhaust did not like to party together. So what I did is, instead of running it back here where I'm right next to the exhaust, I went underneath the subframe right over here and then came out and be able to run it over here along the old lines. So that'll make things a little bit, well, I don't know if it's going to make it any better or not, but at least now it's not running alongside the exhaust, which is what it was doing before. And like I said, I really don't think rubber hoses are going to party with exhaust too good. So now all I got to do is finish zip tying this line up along here somewhere, like so, and bring it up underneath this fender well and run it along there, and then I got to hook it up into there. So we'll do that. Okay, being as I have a little bit of room back here on this side, I got the line ran all the way to the back, because, you know, that's where you run your air conditioning lines, to the back bumper from the firewall. And then hopefully I can get this Mickey Mouse contraption of an excuse, air conditioning lines hooked up, and hopefully they at least hold some R34 for the summer. I have a bad feeling this isn't going to work very good, and I may have just thrown away $135, but hey, gotta have something to do, right? I mean, this car's black, it's got 2 sunroofs, 95 degrees is like 125 degrees inside the car. It's ridiculous. I mean, I could make this my winter driver, I guess. If all else fails, then just say this car never had air conditioning that worked, even though it did, until GM made something completely stupid. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Can we get this out of here? Sure can. Now the problem with this is, you see, these old lines are going to be, they're going to be in the way of these that go in here. I guess like so, somehow. I don't know, I guess they go in there. So, I guess like this. Yeah, I'll go in like that. And this one goes in next to it. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think I'm just going to take the angle grinder and cut the old ones off right there and just get this out of the way, because this right here is the muffler. So once again, something hot next to the cold thing. Okay, we'll get the angle grinder and just zip that off there without hitting the heater lines, because then all of our coolant will be leaking everywhere, and then we'll really be screwed. Okay. I have a feeling my zip disc ain't big enough. Break off of there. It's just a little bit up. Come on. There we go. There. We didn't need those stupid hoses anymore anyway. What's the green stuff? I'm panicking because I'm seeing green stuff on the floor, but this car takes orange coolant, so that can't be antifreeze. That's got to be some kind of, I don't know, something that came out of the air conditioning. I hope. It's got to be. It's just got to be. Okay. So, I think the best course of action here is to run. Oh, I better get some washers for that. Okay, so I got my washers here. Big one. Little one. Okay. So, go get the little one in there first. Put this in the back. Easier to get to it that way. There. Don't want to stay there too good. This guy, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge because we got to get that slide in there, like so. And then flip something there like that. I think I just reuse the old knot. Okay, so with any luck, I'll be able to run the fender skirt back over that somehow, some way. The only thing left to do now is go down there underneath because that's where you put the coolant in this car. Okay, so up underneath here in the dark someplace. Oh, I see it. Probably right here, right underneath the compressor is where they put this. Not ideal. Not an ideal place for it. That's where they put it. Get that on there like that. Now, this car, if it doesn't have any pressure in it, you can't run the air conditioner. But here's the paradox though. You got to have the air conditioner on to fill it, but if there's nothing in it, you can't fill it. So we're just gonna sit here and squeeze the old thing. It sounds like it's definitely doing something here. And then, once it's done doing something, I'm going to say when it quits making noise, I'll be able to start the air conditioner or start the car and then turn the air conditioner on and fill it the rest of the way. And then hopefully have some cold air. I can still hear it hissing in there. I hear something hissing anyway. It's probably hissing out the back of this line right here. It totally sounds like it is. It's leaking like a bitch, isn't it? It's totally leaking. And I got it cranked tight too. I wonder, I know you can't really see it too good, but I wonder if I put a spacer in between that, because they're kind of sitting, you know, at an angle. So, I guess what I'll do is I'll take that off, put a washer in between the two pieces. You can't really see it here at all, but I'll put a washer in between the two connecting pieces in between the bolt, and then hopefully that will level it out, and then make it level, hopefully. Okay, well, you guys can't see nothing, but I just put a washer in there to kind of make it more level. So, see if that does anything. I mean, let's see if that doesn't leak anymore. Okay. I think it actually sealed that time. Okay, so now I'll start the car. Maybe. Get in here. See if the air conditioner kicks on. AC. That's weird, it's already on, okay. Well, the AC light isn't blinking. If it's completely dead, it'll just sit there and blink. So now, let's go out here. I got it on max AC. See if we can get the rest of this can in here. Come on, Black Diamond. Avalanche. Refrigerant. #1 Super Chill. The can's getting really chilly. I don't know if the car is or not. All these cans are different. Some are saying like, oh, go from 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Some say hold them level like this. I don't even know. I just rotate the can all over the place until things happen. notice these smart clips. I was reading the back of the bottle, and what you do is you stick it in there, and that's supposed to change colors or something. Otherwise, we got this thing here. 69 degrees. Well, it's colder than 96 degrees. I don't know if I can get more, any more 134 in this thing or not. Man, I feel like maybe I should try. 69 degrees, I mean, God, I would think it should be colder than that. I'll try putting more in it. Okay, I just put the rest of the second can in it. It went in. So let's see what we got now. 50 degrees. I'll take it. Now, as long as it don't leak out, I would say it was worth 135 bucks. Although I'm not having high hopes for it because it seems like a pretty sketchy Mickey Mouse. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be very good for very long. I mean, it's blowing cold air now, but yeah, sure. Sure, I'll take it. Well, Toonie, I think we fixed the car, so we'll be cool again. That's right, you're a good kitty. Say thanks for watching. Alright guys, see you next time.